Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you to you and Ranking Member Lofgren for bringing us together to discuss the Weather Act Reauthorization Act. To put it plainly, this bill is vital. Severe weather events are intensifying in magnitude, severity, and frequency. Across the country, communities have been devastated by wildfires and hurricanes, and this legislation would make sure that we invest in cutting-edge forecasting, modeling, and emergency communications that will help protect lives and property across the country. Earlier this year, I helped to reintroduce the National Weather Service Communications Improvement Act, which is part of this bill and will modernize the National Weather Service's communication system to support speedy and reliable weather information. This update is overdue and critical to making sure our first responders, meteorologists, and Americans have access to life-saving information during life-threatening weather events. This bill builds on our existing infrastructure and updates it for the challenges of today. It expands NOAA's capabilities, supports next-generation radar, and integrates social science to make sure warnings are not only accurate, but actionable. It empowers public-private partnerships and ensures farmers, government officials, experts, and communities have the data they need to make sure they have smart and swift decision-making capacity. I strongly support this reauthorization, but we must also be honest about what the Trump administration has done to gut and hamper our ability to adequately prepare our communities. This bipartisan legislation stands in sharp contrast to the approach taken by the Trump administration, one that has repeatedly undermined science and politicized the very institutions charged with keeping Americans safe. Under President Trump, scientific integrity is consistently attacked. Experts are sidelined. Data is manipulated with a swipe of a Sharpie or even ignored. This bill will help states like Delaware, which is the lowest lying state and at particular risk of severe weather events, by making sure our technology is up to date, our science is sound, and our forecasting is improved. It says clearly, we value science, we believe in facts, and we will invest in the tools and people who keep our communities safe. Forecasts save lives, but only if they are accurate, timely, and trusted. This legislation will help ensure that. I commend the bipartisan work of this committee that went into this bill, and I look forward to continuing to work with my colleagues across the aisle to make sure NOAA can meet its mission of protecting life and property in Delaware and across the country. Let's reaffirm our commitment to scientific integrity, emergency preparedness, and protecting the American people from the risks of extreme weather. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.